This has gone too far. I'm sick of being quiet and letting all the low IQ people fall for clickbait. Yes, my son took things too far, and I'm pissed at him for being a piece of shit and the way he handled it. But if Psycho Stu wasn't drunk and wouldn't have hit my son over the head with a, yes, real beer can while he was live streaming on his own stream, then Nox wouldn't have felt like they had to make things right by letting Raja get his get back in the ring. My son would have just went to the police when the beer can incident happened, then the whole event could have got shut down and he could have sued. But no, my son is not as smart as I'd liked for him to be. Now my family and I are getting racist threats because of all the misinformation being posted so content creators can get paid from viewers. People actually think my son just snuck in a ring in front of a live audience and picked Psycho Stu up without permission to be there? Get smart, people. It was staged. He only shook his hand and accepted Psycho Stu's drunken apology because they said he could get in the storyline. He was told he could fuck him up. I have witnesses that say this isn't the first time that Psycho Stu has done some drunk shit backstage to a fan. Now we have the backstory that my son attacked an innocent military vet with PTSD, like my son knew everything about the man that came up from behind him and hit him, then asked him to sell it. I have other kids to protect, and I don't take kindly to threats. I'm not scared of prison or dying for my kids, and calling me names won't hurt my feelings. My son should face the consequences for going too far. He knows better. That's why he didn't tell me anything about the storyline. But Psycho Stu is lucky I wasn't there when he hit my son over the head with a beer can the day after he got a concussion from sparring the day before. I wouldn't have cared if a bunch of pro wrestlers would have jumped me. I'm a father first. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Let's all learn a lesson. Keep your damn hands to yourself. If you get paid to do fake fighting, don't disrespect people that do the shit for real. Now I put myself in this shit. DM me now. Bro, what a crazy response from our boy Rampage Jackson. Bro, this has gone too far. I'm sick of being quiet. I've read like 20 tweets and seen like 150 clips of you talking about it. You've been live streaming the whole time since the incident occurred. What do you mean being quiet? Is that being quiet to you? Hot dog. I wouldn't want to be in a library reading a book with you about. If Psycho Stu wasn't drunk and wouldn't have hit my son with a real beer can, if my son would have just went to the police when the beer can incident happened. Bro, that's like if I did finger guns at you and went pow, 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 real bullet, pow, 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 real bullet, and you went to the cops and said he was shooting at me. Like, what do you mean going to the cops for the beer trick? It didn't even hit his head. What really happened was he got wet. Raja Jackson got wet, and that's what sucks. Stop bringing the concussion in like he was afraid for his own safety. He wasn't concerned for his own safety, bro. That was a crash out. He was crashing out. That was predetermined crash out, bro. Someone who's concerned for their safety and health would have responded instantly defensively, not 30 minutes later after stewing on it and getting mad. So I hate this idea where you try to bring the concussion from the day before into it as if it's anything. You know, like everyone's been saying, if the beer can trick happened and Raja instinctually just went pop, pop, pop and smacked him a few times, bro, no one would have said anything. But dude said all good, shook hands with our boy Stewart, and then thought about it and said, nah, actually, I want to be more mad. He had to convince himself to be more mad. Or he's an actual psychopath who's willing to do that at someone he has no negative feelings towards. Because for me, I'd have to hate someone to do that to him. That shit's crazy. So, yeah, if only he went to the police when the beer can incident happened, we could have shut the whole event down and sued him. Pow, 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 finger guns. Anyway, my son's not as smart as I'd like him to be. Whatever. Yeah, racist threats, sure. Probably it's true. On the internet, I imagine Rampage Jackson's probably just never not gotten racist threats. Like, racist people are retarded. And that's the issue, is like, you have these people who are retarded who will use this incident as an excuse to like double down or to be able to act on their beliefs that they already felt. That ain't good. That's bad. Condemn those people. Condemn Rampage too, though. Condemn Raja too, though. I don't know. And then this here, man, people think my son just snuck up in a ring in front of live audience and picked Psycho Story without permission to be there. It was staged. Bro, what do you mean it was staged? Like, and everyone predicted this is the angle they'd go. Everyone said, watch them come out and act like it was a work and it was staged. But that's the thing, as many people have said, as soon as Psycho Stu was no longer conscious, any consent he'd given is now revoked. You know, like, that's just the law. That's just how it goes. You can't stage, like, you can't, oh, yeah, I cannibalized him. Yeah, I chopped his 2 arms off and ate them, but it was staged and he consented. Like, it's still a crime. Consent only goes so far, because deep down, maybe your personal freedoms in America aren't as all-encompassing as people think. And then, like, whatever, yeah, Stu was drunk, fuck him for being drunk guy. And this is a good point. He goes, now we have the backstory that my son attacked an innocent military vet with PTSD. Like, my son knew everything about the man that came up from behind him and hit him with, and then asked blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Raja didn't know he was a military veteran with PTSD. That's true. But, that's not a factor for me if I try to kill someone. Like, what do you mean? Like, bro, I'm gonna shoot you. What's your profession? Oh, you're a vet? Okay, you got lucky. Hey, what about you? What do you do for a job? Oh, you're a plumber? Bah, 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 bah. Like, it doesn't matter. The crime's the crime. Who cares? The extra sympathy doesn't come from... It's not Raja did more bad. It's that this guy was less deserving. Look at what he's done. Look what he's trying to do. What an unfortunate circumstance that somebody who is doing this to deal with the trauma of violence has had such violence performed on him. That's the issue. It's not about the crime being worse. It's about the being worse for the victim, and there's more empathy, because we can all understand someone who just wants to ignore the bad thoughts, who has bad feelings and thoughts and does, like, it's so ridiculous, man. It has nothing to do with the crime being worse. And then my favorite line, if you don't get paid to do fake if you do get paid to do fake fights, if you get paid to do fake fighting, don't disrespect people that do the shit for real. How many professional bouts does Raja Jackson have? How much money has Raja Jackson made from professional fighting? I can't even see how much money he's made, because every article, when you type his name, is all about him beating up a innocent civilian. Well, let's go to Tapology. Let's see what Tapology has on him. Raja the Clone Jackson. Okay. So he won a couple amateur bouts. I mean, it's better than what my Tapology would say. But can you really look at this and say professional fighter? Like, this is the record of the dudes at the pubs who call themselves professional fighters. But, I mean, man, like, the amount of people I've seen with records like this, and I know maybe the fight scene in Australia isn't as impressive as elsewhere. Okay, so maybe an Australian with a record like this ain't shit compared to an American with a record like this. But like something like this is just not that impressive, man. Okay, so he beat this guy who hasn't won for 4 years. Well, how even longer is that? So this is, bro, he hasn't fought in years. So this is a professional fighter who does this shit for real? When? His last fight was cancelled on May 10th. That's odd. I wonder why it got cancelled. Bro, look at who he was fighting, man. Actual tin cans. Is mixed martial arts going the way of boxing? Like, bro, they've given him these fights against these people. Okay, so this is his first opponent who... What the fuck? So he L'd his first legitimate opponent. And every other opponent is like, bro, Mick Reader? What a guy. So it's like, looking at this and saying, professional fighter who do this shit for real, like, it's like it's like that meme, bro, where it's like, you chop down one tree, no one calls you a lumberjack, you suck one dick, and all of a sudden your name's cocksucker forever. You know? Like, bro, this is chopping down one tree. No one cares. Raja's not a professional fighter. He's athletic. He's a celebrity, I guess. He has fought before, but he's not a pro fighter. Hey, that's just cope, man. He ain't a pro fighter, boys.